So today is Ivy Day, and I just wanted to make this video for you because you probably were just accepted and you're thinking, oh my God, where do I go? What do I do? Congratulations. Also too, if you're new here, my name is Chris, and I was a professor for about 10 years, and I graduated from Brown, I graduated from Penn, and I used to work at Dartmouth. I've been to all of the Ivy League campuses, and they're all really good. And one of the questions that people often have, especially since today you probably just found out you're accepted to maybe 1, 2, possibly 3, or maybe all of them. That happens sometimes. Which one to go to. My best advice right now is go visit the campuses that you've been accepted. There's something about being on campus, meeting with the students, getting to know the culture of the school. You'll see that there are differences. The other thing that I would advise you as well is completely ignore the rankings. These are all good schools, so you're going to be fine regardless of which one you go to. They're all good. But you have to find the one that fits you. If you want to live in a small town, do you want to live in the middle of a big city? What kind of major are you thinking about? All of these things, play a role in which one you go to. So don't just pick just based on ranking, because at the end of the day, they're all really good, and they're probably going to get you to where you want to be. The other thing too that you want to think about it as well is the money situation. So one of the things that people may or may not know is the Ivy Leagues tend to match, the schools tend to match each other. So if one school gives you an offer in terms of financial aid, and you might prefer another school or something like that, you just call them up on the phone and say, hey, this school gave me an offer, can you match? Sometimes they'll match, sometimes they'll do better, whatever. You can actually ask for more money, so do that, and who doesn't like money, right? So that certainly plays a role. Also too, which I completely understand, is sometimes you'll be under legacy pressure, be it from your dad or your mom or your uncle or aunt, and say, oh, I went to that school, you should go there too, etc. That's part of the decision, but ultimately make the decision for yourself. Also too, this is just a message to parents out there, because I used to work in admissions at Brown, and I'd have this conversation every year with parents, and is it worth it? It's a tough question to answer, to be honest, because it depends what other choices you have on the table. But generally speaking, right, if your child is good enough to go to one of these schools, chances are they might have got accepted to other good schools as well. If we're comparing schools that are not necessarily Ivy League, but like a Stanford, Duke, MIT, Caltech, those kind of things, they're all equally very good. I will say though, if you're comparing like a state school to say one of the Ivies, it's hard to compare. One of the things that really stands out, and just telling you the truth about these things, is the people you meet at these schools are going to be future senators, future representatives of the House. They're going to be future CEOs. They're going to be future, essentially, people who can change the world. And you won't find this at other schools. And yes, it's true. Yeah, maybe at these schools that they use the same textbooks they use at other schools, but you can't populate the classroom with the same kind of influential people that you're going to find. Also too, these schools are very international. So if you want your child, or if you've been accepted and you want exposure to people from all around the world, this is the place to go. These are the schools you want to go to. Also too, just telling you, after I graduated and lived in different countries, just about every country in the world has an alumni chapter of Ivy League universities. So there's network all over the world. And this is another really big thing, because if you have any aspirations of living abroad, or any aspirations of working abroad, or just want to travel, or anything of that nature, you can always find someone at your school that is from or lives in that country. I go to alumni events. I've been to them in Korea, and I've been to them in Vietnam, actually. I've also been to them in LA as well, because each city will also have alumni groups. So how can I say, the more international a school is, and the Ivies are really known for that, the more chance that there'll be opportunities abroad. Even today, I get contacted from either students or just random people maybe who just graduated. They find me through the Alumni Network, and they'll contact me for various questions or whatever and stuff like that. And I might contact other people as well. So it's one of the intangible, is that the word, intangible? Not intangible, I guess intangible is the right word, but it's one of the things that you can't measure, but by just looking at, scores or rankings like that of the people that you meet. It's, you want your friends and you want your future colleagues and your boyfriends and girlfriends and stuff, you want them to be interesting people, influential people, people that are going to be around with you, motivate you as well. And I can tell you, I've been to all kinds of different places, and if this is Ivy Day and you found that you've been accepted at some, it is really an honor, a privilege, and a wonderful opportunity. And you're talking to someone. I'm already a convert, but I can just tell you the benefits are lifelong benefits. The other thing is too is depending on if you want to work, be it your own company, like say you want to start your own company, something like that. That sort of gravitas of graduating from a good school, so anyone in the Ivy League, it really helps with raising money. Because you already have a foot in the door, because chances are, this is real, the people who are giving the money also went to those schools. Or if you want to work at, be at one of the big company, Fortune 500, and you want to move up in the rankings, having a prestigious degree really helps as well. There's so many benefits that, are sort of like everyone knows that's in the club. And when you read sort of negative comments about the Ivies on the internet, just pay no attention to these people. They have no idea what they're talking about. I'm just telling you how the real world works, right? You want to work at a prestigious job in a good company. You want to raise money for, say, your own venture. Maybe you want to be an artist. The community of artists is filled with people who graduate from the Ivies, and there's just so much opportunity there. So, there's you'll know when you go visit the campuses, and you'll see it for yourself. The resources available, be it the professors, be it the libraries, be it the labs, be it the guest speakers that come as well. The resources are just absolutely fabulous. So I congratulate you again. I just wanted just to have a little chat with you about this, and also too, I'd love to hear in the comments on which ones you've accepted to, and sort of where you're leaning on, and when you plan to go visit. Visiting the schools you've accepted to is really, really fun. So definitely start buying plane tickets and scheduling that. I know it's kind of a weird world with COVID. I'm not sure if they're doing visitations this year. I'm sure they would be, but I don't know. You can tell me. I didn't apply this year, obviously, because I'm much older. But and the other thing is too, I know if you're the just applied and you're in high school and you just found out today, because today's Ivy Day. Take a moment just to breathe and relax. You have time to make a decision. Usually they give you like a month or something like that. I think you probably have till May, and this will give you the time to read more stuff about it, thinking about it more seriously. I'm sure you're going to be watching lots of videos on YouTube about particular campuses and things, and don't sleep on the city. You're going to feel more comfortable in some cities than others. Also, too. The roommate that you have will be a big part of your college experience, and you'll find the school that's right for you, and I'm happy for you, and hopefully this is helpful for you. Just want to put this out for you for parents and students. It's such a great experience, and I can't say enough about it. In fact, my wife, we just visited the Penn campus. I think that was maybe 2 or 3 months ago. She had never been there. And she was just blown away. It's the first time I've been there, and she was just blown away how just how diverse, how international, and how cool it was. That's the best way to put it. So anyway, go visit the campuses for yourself, and congratulations again, and good luck.